Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and today we're going to be talking about something that I have not talked about on this channel before, and it's unlikely I'm going to talk about it again. So, rather than be redundant with two separate videos, I have decided I will tackle two subjects in one video. One, what is EasyShift, and two, why I haven't talked about it and why you are unlikely to hear me talking about it again. Now, let's get rid of the easy question first. What is EasyShift? Well, EasyShift is one of these app-based programs where you can make a little extra money fast, easy on your own schedule. Of course, that's how they all sell themselves. And I have to say, though, in terms of the slogan on the fast and the easy, EasyShift is truly the easiest. It is, if it worked the way it was supposed to, if it had the scope that you'd hope it would have, this would easily be the easiest way to make extra money. I don't think you could actually make a living on it by itself. You would still need other supplements of income. But in terms of extra money, yeah, it's easy. It is fast. But that's about all the nice things I can say about it. It has a variety of different things that you could make money. Sometimes it'll have a survey where you will simply answer some questions and you will make a little bit of money. Sometimes it'll act kind of like a secret shopper where you're supposed to go someplace and take a picture or two of like the entrance and stuff, and they'll give you like $8. Individually, these aren't a lot of money. However, when I first downloaded the app and started using it like 7 or 8 months ago, there would be like a bunch of like convenience stores like within like a 3 mile radius, and you could, if you got like a bunch of them and you knocked them out within a couple hours and made like $50, I mean, it was like, hey, this is great. I could see this working. But I have to say, outside of that first month, it has not really been very productive of my time, and I don't know if it's ever going to be productive. So what's the main thing you need for these app-based programs to be profitable and worth your while? Well, you need work, obviously. Now, this is the Easy Shift app today. I don't know if you can see that, and it does the black and white thing, but there are no shifts nearby. None whatsoever. And before any of you say, wow, that is interesting, I am going to stop holding up the cell phone to the camera lens because I think that's causing some problems, and I don't want to ruin my new Surface camera. So we're gonna do it from a distance. No, actually, we're not going to do that anymore. I am just going to take screen captures from this point on. Sorry for that little side story there, but anyway, so as you can see, there were no shifts. None whatsoever. And this isn't a case where it's like the shifts go up on the day. Before, you could go throughout the entire night, look for shifts, plan them, and as long as you did them within 24 hours or 48 hours in some cases, then you were good. But that does not appear to be the case anymore. And it has honestly been this way for months. I check it periodically. Most of the time, there's nothing there. Sometimes there's a shift, but it's not multiple shifts. It's like one. And the second problem is, of course, it's usually not close. So to go there and to do it and to come back would take more time and more money than they're actually paying. Now, some people might say, well, but you said that they pay money for surveys, right? Well, then maybe you should just do the surveys. I have not seen a survey on this app since the second day that I had it downloaded. Never have. It's I don't know what happened to the surveys. That's the first thing. The surveys, first of all, disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. But here's the second thing. The surveys that I did do, they asked a lot of questions. Like, these weren't like simple 5-minute surveys. They were like 30, 40-minute surveys. And for $5, it doesn't sound very hard. Like, oh, I'll just lie in bed and I'll be on my phone for 40 minutes. I'm on it for 40 minutes anyway. Well, but you know what? We're trying to make money, and that's less than the minimum wage. And if these surveys capped out an hour for all the questions they were asking you, and that information is worth way more than $5, I want to add. I'm just going to mention that. Like, if you're giving feedback that a company is going to sell to other companies, it's worth way more than $5. But you know what? That wouldn't bother me if it took maybe 10 minutes to fill it out. Then I'd feel like my time had been, for the most part, fairly well compensated. But to have me sit there on my phone for almost an hour doing this and just getting bored and droning on and on, that's not worth $5 to me. Not even close. So that brings up the other jobs that you could pick up. And again, they are mostly secret shopper type jobs. You go to a convenience store. In fact, they're almost all convenience stores. I don't think I've ever done something that did not involve a convenience store. I never went to a Target. I never went to a Best Buy. I never went to Costco or Sam's Club. It's always been convenience stores. It's not even like 7-Eleven or AM/PM. They're like the local convenience stores. Like, they do not have any huge partnerships at all. None whatsoever. And when I did the job again, it required a lot more work than what they were usually paying me. And another issue, and this is not necessarily EasyShift's fault, it's just the way it was. With the exception of one convenience store person that I dealt with, they were all foreigners. Most of them didn't speak English very well. They didn't understand why I was taking pictures. They have something on the phone that explains what you're doing, but the problem with that is essentially that sometimes they couldn't read the telephone screen. So, of course, you cancel, but then you don't get paid anything, and who knows how long you've spent driving to the location and arguing with the person. It didn't really work the way it was supposed to. And after the first month, the jobs got more and more sparse to the point where, like, for the last couple months, I haven't seen anything at all. And the app's not designed to make you aware when there is something available. Like most apps, including Roadie, they let you know when there's a job nearby. You can go under the settings and set, hey, notify me when there's work, but you can't do that with an EasyShift app. I don't know why. It would make perfect sense to me. I don't know. I just don't know why they don't do it. It doesn't make any sense to me. No logical sense whatsoever. Now, that said, I can see the app being better for you if they improve things. Like, first of all, obviously the convenience store thing is way more hassle than it's worth. Unless they're going to actually make partnerships with these stores so that they know what we're doing when we show up, get rid of it. The survey thing, that they might be onto something, but they need to do two things. First of all, the surveys need to either be shorter or they need to pay more for them if they're going to be long. And secondly, they need to be constant. They need to be there. And yeah, I don't expect people to ever make serious money giving surveys. But you know what? On the days where I'm bored watching reruns of Family Guy or Seinfeld or Home Improvement or Boy Meets World, soon to be Girl Meets World, because that show got canceled recently. I don't mind being on the phone answering survey questions, making a little spare change in my free time. So if they could make that work, I could see EasyShift not maybe becoming a key aspect of your daily earnings, but at least it would be extra earnings. Maybe on certain days where you didn't quite hit that $100 daily goal that you wanted driving for Uber or DoorDash, hey, go home, do surveys till you get the extra $20, and there you go. So it could work. It could be valuable. It's just not right now. It doesn't, the jobs aren't there. The surveys aren't there. I just don't know what they want us to do about that. I mean, I can't answer surveys or do jobs if they're not available. It's just that simple. And after almost a year of having it, it has not proven to be very significant in my bottom line. I don't think a lot of people are going to. And I'm in Southern California. If I can't find jobs in surveys, I don't know how someone from West Virginia or Tennessee is going to have any more luck. I just don't. So if the app ever improves, if it ever starts living up to what it's supposed to be and being helpful in ways that it's supposed to help us make money, then I will talk about it again. I will give advice on how to use it. I mean, because I have to say, for the first couple of weeks, I was seeing the potential. At the very least, I was figuring out perfect strategies you could use to make a little extra money and strategies that could have worked. But the momentum didn't stick. And that's why I didn't make any videos about it. That's why I haven't talked about it. The only reason I'm talking about it now is because some people have emailed me about it, asking about it, because it's like, hey, it's self-employed, it's an app-based program, you're the entrepreneur, and the reason I'm called that is because I'm an entrepreneur who makes my money mainly through app-based services. That's what I do. So why am I not talking about it? And this is why I wasn't talking about it. The app doesn't work. It doesn't have any jobs. It doesn't provide any real money. And if it's not going to provide money, I don't see any reason for me to talk about it, because you guys need to know how to make money, and I can't help you with that on this one. I just can't. But if it ever gets to the point where you can make money on it and I can figure out a strategy, I will share that strategy with you. Until then, EasyShift will stay on my phone because I have no reason to get rid of it. But it's going to be something I check very, very sporadically, if that. So anyway, I'm curious, do any of you use EasyShift? Have you had success? I'd like to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.